Hello everybody, how's it going? It's C-Rad from C-RadTV, and welcome to Detroit Lions Free Agency Wars. Episode 1 of God knows how many episodes we're going to end up doing on this thing. But yeah, it's been a while since we last did a Detroit Lions video on this channel. So I said before, I want to do another Lions video till March, before free agency. So yes, we're going to go ahead and before free agency doesn't officially start till Wednesday, but we have some moves that are going to be okayed. So let's go ahead and let's jump right into the moves. So the Lions have made 4 moves, chucking a shitload of money everywhere. Because it's obvious that these moves, the Lions are not fucking around this year. So let's go ahead and look at the moves. So move number 1, we have Detroit has signed former Patriots wide receiver and former Dolphins wide receiver Danny Amendola to a nice cap-friendly deal of 1 year worth $4.5 million. I actually like this deal. It's very reasonable, like I mentioned already, cap-friendly. So yeah, and Danny Amendola, a really good wide receiver. You know, he's really good catching the ball on the after and gaining yards after the run. So yeah, look at him to be a pretty good target in Stafford's offense. And I think he'd be a really good target under Darrell Bevell's system. So yeah. And hey, if Detroit ends up being playing like shit again by mid-season, if necessary, we can always trade Amendola to get some draft picks for the 2020 draft. But I hope Detroit's not dog shit, because I don't want to do that. I think we need to make a lot of improvement this year. But hey, just a suggestion. But let's continue on because we got some bigger moves to go through. Because our next move involves defensive back Justin Coleman, who was a former Patriot, but spent the last few years playing for the Seattle Seahawks and part of their top secondary. And Detroit has paid Coleman some money, 4 years for $36 million at a $9 million cap hit per year, making him the highest paid nickel defensive back in the league. Holy shit. I think Detroit overpaid him just a little bit, but I think it was worth it in the long run. Justin Coleman, really good player. Now, I think he'll do really good. And plus, he did play in Matt Patricia's defense before back in New England. So Coleman knows the system well. And he's just going to have to get adapted and get used to it again. But you know what? He's got plenty of time in the offseason to get adjusted to it. So I think he'll be good to go. Really like this if we get him for a few years. So not bad. But the next signing is the bread and butter of this. Because the Lions have signed the Patriots defensive end Trey Flowers. It was rumored for a while that Detroit might make a run at Trey Flowers. But it's now official. Detroit is getting Trey Flowers. A 5-year deal worth $80 million at a $16 million cap hit per year. Holy shit. God damn, that's a bit steep. But hey, Trey Flowers is a very talented player. He needs to be paid. But yeah, Trey Flowers is a really good defensive lineman. He did really good in New England. And keep in mind, he also knows Matt Patricia's defensive system. He played in it before, so Trey knows the system. So he can go there. So yeah, just with Coleman and Flowers alone, our defense has drastically improved. And Coleman has taken over Nevin Lawson's old spot. So it's a massive upgrade there from Lawson to Coleman. So here we go. And I think Trey Flowers is essentially going to replace Siggy Ansah since Siggy is leaving Detroit. Honestly, I saw that move coming from a mile away. Honestly, though, it's not surprising. Siggy was injury prone last year and the year before. It really wasn't much of a factor in most of the games he did play. But yeah, obviously for Siggy Ansah, I wish him the best of luck wherever he goes. Please, for the love of God, don't sign with a division rival. Don't make me regret saying best of luck. But yeah. But hold on, we ain't done yet. We got one more move to talk about. Because the Lions have also signed former Pittsburgh Steelers tight end Jesse James. And yes, I did do some backwards researching. Jesse James is not a drama queen. So we're A-okay on getting this former Steeler. He was not part of drama queen circle in Pittsburgh. Unlike Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell. I have no idea what the deal is. Like, they haven't announced what the cap deal will be. I imagine it's going to be probably a 1 or 2 year deal, and it's going to be probably another cap-friendly deal. Maybe $4 or $5 million a year, give or take. Another cap-friendly deal. And honestly, he's, Jesse James, really good at blocking, and that's going to be key, especially with Darrell Bevell's system being a run-heavy system, since we want to bring the run game back in Detroit. So yeah, that's going to be key for run blocking. You know, he's a very underrated wide receiver in the game. You know, I've heard a couple Steelers fans say that he's a talented player and he wishes him the best of luck, and then we got something here. So yeah, off these 4 signings alone, this has been a really good free agency so far. Like, the Lions have been super aggressive here. They're really serious about winning with these signings, and they chucked a shitload of money, because normally in years past, Martha Ford would not let anyone chuck a shitload of money, and she just want to be dirt cheap. But I guess now she decided that in order to be successful, they have to throw a shitload of money around. So that's why now she gave Bob Quinn the green light and the A-OK to chuck money around. But hold on, the Lions may not be done yet. Because the Lions are still interested in C.J. Mosley, the linebacker. Well, if we get Mosley, that will also drastically improve our defense even more. And I say, you know what? I usually say free agency, use it to address your minor needs. And in the draft, use it to address the major needs. And I'd say, you know what? It really depends on what happens with Mosley. And I think if we get Mosley, then we don't have to worry about Devin White in the draft. But if we don't get Mosley, then I think we need to go draft a linebacker, get Devin White to complement Jared Davis. Like, we've done pretty good here. You know, we're going to also have to address the offensive line issue. And, you know, with Jesse James, then we won't have to worry about tight end in the draft. I'd say look at maybe drafting a tight end in the 3rd round at best. And with Amendola, we really don't need to worry about receiver yet. Maybe we'll get receiver in the late rounds, though. But yeah, really good moves here. Like, this team has drastically improved massively with these signings. And you know, this is only the first start. It's a long free agency because the draft isn't until end of April. And usually the NFL schedule for 2019 will either come out the week before the draft or a week after the draft. And yes, I will be doing schedule predictions. I'll be doing 2 of them. One before the draft and then one after the draft. Unless the schedule comes out after the draft, then it'll be just one. But yeah, that's where I stand with those. So yes, those are my thoughts on the signings. From what I've heard, you know, the Lions are also looking at shopping Theo Riddick. I've heard Detroit's possibly looking to gain more draft picks out of it. Same deal with Tease Tarver. They're looking to shop at Tarver, try and get a couple draft picks out of him too. Because I think Detroit's trying to load up on picks before the draft so that they can address all the major issues they have left. You know, load up, address everything. You know, try and get as many picks as possible. Because right now we have 9 draft picks. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough to address everything. But you know, we're just going to have to wait and see. So yeah, I think that does it here for episode 1 of Detroit Lions Free Agency Wars episode 1. Probably many more to come. So yes, to end this video, enjoy this quick little highlights package I have here on Danny Amendola, Justin Coleman, and Trey Flowers. So yes, let's go ahead and cue Skillet.
Target on my back, lone survivor last. They got me in the sights. No surrender, no trigger, fingers go, living the dangerous life. Hey, 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 every day when I wake, I'm trying to get up, they're knocking me down. Cheering me up, spitting me out. Hey, 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 when I need to be saved, you're making me strong, you're making me stand. Never will fall, never will hurt. Shot like a rocket up into the sky, nothing can stop me tonight. You make me feel invincible, earthquake powerful, just like a tidal wave. You make me brave, don't buy titanium, fight song, raise it up, like the roar of victory in a stadium. Who can touch me, 'cause I'm who can stop me tonight? You make me feel invincible. I feel it, invincible. I feel it, invincible. Here we go again, I will not give in. I've got a reason to fight. Every day we choose, we might win or lose. This is the dangerous life. Hey, 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 every day when I wake, they say that I'm gone, they say that they've won. Hey, 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 when I need to be saved, they're counting me out, but this is my round. Shot like a rocket up into the sky, nothing can stop me tonight. You make me feel invincible, earthquake powerful, just like a tidal wave. You make me brave, don't buy titanium, fight song, raise it up, like the roar of victory in a stadium. Who can touch me, 'cause I'm who can stop me tonight? You make me feel invincible. I feel it, invincible. I feel it, invincible. You make me feel invincible. You make me feel invincible. Shot like a rocket up into the sky, not gonna stop. Invincible. Feel invincible, earthquake powerful, just like a tidal wave. You make me brave, don't buy titanium, fight song, raise it up, like the roar of victory in a stadium. Feel invincible, earthquake powerful, just like a tidal wave. You make me brave, don't buy titanium, fight song, raise it up, like the roar of victory in a stadium. Who can touch me, 'cause I'm who can stop me tonight? You make me feel invincible. I feel it, invincible. I feel it, invincible. Target on my back, lone survivor last. They got me in the sights. No surrender, no trigger, fingers go, living the dangerous life. Hey, 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 every day when I wake, I'm trying to get up, they're knocking me down. Cheering me up, spitting me out. Hey, 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 when I need to be saved, you're making me strong, you're making me stand. Never will fall, never will hurt. Shot like a rocket up into the sky, nothing can stop me tonight. You make me feel invincible, earthquake powerful, just like a tidal wave. You make me brave, don't buy titanium, fight song, raise it up, like the roar of victory in a stadium. Who can touch me? like a rocket up into the sky. Nothing can stop me tonight. You make me feel invincible.